Hey guys, well, welcome back. Well, I don't know if we're going to call this an episode today in the Little Wood Shop, but hopefully I am still your favorite engraver. Everybody who knows me by now, if not, I'm Steve, and welcome, okay? Well, just a little bit ago, I had cut a video for how to scribe the bottom of the post legs. I basically showed you what not to do. Don't glue and assemble things before you get your post legs all together. So what we're going to do in this one, real quick, I'm going to try to keep this as quick for you guys as possible, okay? We see the headboard, okay? We've got this slab up here. All it's got on it right now is a sanding sealer. Again, we've got the engraving covered. One, I want to protect it, and two, I'm just not ready to unveil it yet, okay? But what I will tell you about this is that this is part of our free open clipart.org package through the website. I did you guys a big package of scenes, wildlife, outdoor wildlife scenes, deer, bear, ducks, loons, blah, 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 mountains, trees, the whole nine. We put them into an EPS, we rendered them into a CAD file, and they're there, and I just shared them with all of you guys. Well, when this project's done, we'll unveil it. Until then, point for today, okay? I built this homemade rack. I think I showed you pictures of it before. It's nothing more than some 4x4 dunnage. I got a buddy, actually, yeah, right here. He owns Tri-State Curb. He has all this stuff all the time. He brings it, I think, up to his camp, and he burns it in his fire pit. Well, I scoffed a couple. And what I did was I improvised a rack, because working alone, I can't try to hold this thing up by myself. So we built this little chotty rack with just a couple 2x3 rough cut blocks, okay, or whatever they are, dunnage, screwed them in place. And I told you before that a lot of this has to be eyeballed, especially with the post, because it's undimensional material. Now, what we have done, and what I'm going to do on this one that I did on my queen, that I'm not going to repeat again, is we can see the tenions right here, okay? We end up turning a nice big long tenion. These are 4.5 inch. However deep my tenion cutter can go, I max them right out, okay? Now, I've got a workbench behind me. I've tried to situate the rack. This is leaning back probably about 10 degrees just so it won't fall over. I'll end up pushing it in when I get ready to do the next step after I scribe my post, okay? Because like I said, I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did with the one last night. I've got a post set up down here on the floor. I'll scribe it. I'll bring my big chop saw out. I've got a big DeWalt under the bench. I'm going to cut that flat, and I'll work the little last bits of it with just an orbital and some 60 or 80 grit, okay? But by having a rack like this, it really makes it easier to work alone. A lot of us do work alone, even at a hobbyist level, okay? Well, what I can do is, once I push this bottom in, and I've got everything so that it's standing vertical, the tenions are going to line up in the post. Like I said, I'm going to scribe and get my leg cut so that it sits on the floor just the way I want it. Again, I eyeball this by standing back there by the camera, and I look across the shop. I can adjust it. I can get it so that it touches my bench and it won't fall over. You can't really see the bench behind here. I'll go into the back stock room and I'll look out at the back stock room to make sure that it's level both ways, basically. It's sitting on a flat piece of MDF. I can scribe it, cut it, great. Now, once that's done, I'm going to just slide this log in as close as I can. I'm going to take a black Sharpie marker, and I'm just going to trace around the tenions onto the log, okay? I'm going to also take a pencil or that same Sharpie, and I'm going to kind of draw the angle of that tenion going into the log, okay? You're not always going to cut your tenions perfectly straight. You're not dealing with dimensional stock like I had told you. I'm going to do the same thing over here, okay? Now, this is going to be, I think, a really, every piece that's going to come out of here, no two are going to match. They're not going to be your standard white cedar, I'm all for building them, but right now I'm doing all the crazy, undimensional, foraged, I look for as crazy stuff as I can find. And this one's got a lot of neat effects. It's actually got a branch over here that was cut off, So if you wanted, if you wanted, you could hang your hat up on it. Whatever, maybe your robe, who knows. Another thing, excuse me, since I'm losing my glasses, another thing is, I had somebody email me just wondering, Steve, what's the height got to be, okay? I'm keeping the bulk of my post, okay? I'm keeping them between 50 and 55 inches. Now this one on the high, because I cut it with a chainsaw, and I haven't cut it off flat yet, it's about 56 on the high, 54 on the low. I'll end up cutting it down to around 53, 54. I want to leave some meat above the hole of that tenon. Okay, a good couple inches. The other thing you want to keep in mind too, and I've measured a bunch of beds. I've measured my buddy's bed, my queen size, my wife's got a big king that's in the upstairs loft. Most of your box spring and mattresses, by the time you get them on your frame, regardless if it's wood rails or it's a, we told you we're going to, for the sake of ease, I'm going to go with a metal bed frame, a good, some type of brand name, metal frame with the mounting plates. And in another video, we'll do the tenons in the post, and not only the headboard, but the footboard, okay? That's another video down the road, though. But by the time you get your frame in, you get your box spring and your mattress on, and by the time your missus puts the, all the peripherals on the bed, I don't even know the name of this stuff. I just want to sleep in the thing, By the time you get all the peripherals on, you got the throws, the covers, the pillows, all the foo-foo stuff, okay? Well, what I'm seeing is you don't want your pillows, I guess the point being is you don't want your pillows halfway up your headboard. I'm finding that 32 to 36 with the bottom of your headboard is a pretty good height. You don't want your slab, if in the event you're going to build these out of slabs, you don't want your slab up so high that it's ridiculous, but you don't want it down so low that by the time you put the pillows on there it takes away from the engraving. Or whatever design you decide to put in. By no means do you have to go with an engraved headboard. I mean, most people don't even own CNC equipment. I've seen a lot of people doing pyography. Wood burning, some beautiful stuff. I think that may be, I'm going to put another iron in the fire. But we try to keep, like I said, between 32 and 36 inches. My low here is about 33. And then over here, my low is about 33 and a half. But the bottom of this slab, it's wavy. The other thing we have to do with these is I'm going to stand back and I'm going to basically eyeball them as well. The rack helps. Down the road, I think I may have a local fabricator weld me up something nice out of metal, maybe with some arms coming out where I can set my post in and lock everything in a little better. But for now, hey, it's scrap material. It works. It gets the job done. It's something I threw together. Now, I try to give you guys these videos as I go along and I progress and I find ways to save time and this and that. I want you guys to make your own stuff. I want you to have fun. I enjoy what I do. I live in a great area in the upper northeast here in New Hampshire. We're coming down the tail end of we had a beautiful foliage, even though the rain was spotty this year and all the drought. Beautiful community, awesome people. I can't ask for more. So, The other thing too we'll make note on real quick is some of you guys are going to have access to materials that we don't and we can't find. You guys living down in the southern half of the United States, well, you've got cypress at your disposal. I would love to work with this stuff. I know it's as strong as nails, but cost effective for me to buy it, have it shipped up here, forget it. It's not going to happen. All the stuff that you see up here, all my bedposts right now are currently maple. It's all blowdown. We don't cut any live standing good trees. There's no need to. Then I gotta draw knife it, and I've got to wait for it to dry. Well, I'm not waiting a year to put a bed together. All right. And the other thing is too is my pine slabs. Some areas of the United States, you don't have access to great big wide pine trees. Okay. It is what it is. utilize the materials you've got in your area. And, okay, this is just one way. By no means am I telling you guys what to do. I'm just showing you one way that I do it. I'm working with what I have at my disposal. I'm making the best of what I've got. And, again, you know, build, build, build. Create, create, create. You're only limited by your own imagination. And if the last thing I can depart this video with is if you have a little one, obviously don't put them in harm's way with big slabs and things that could topple over on them, but if you've got a little one that shows any interest in this stuff, by God, get them in the workshop, teach them. The trades, I hate to see it, they're dwindling out of some of the schools. You know, I'm sorry, we still need carpenters. We need tradesmen. That's a fact. Okay? Woodworkers, we're no different. You know? And if you can find a young person who shows any type of interest in this, push it for everything it's worth. Because you know what? I guarantee you, you're not going to go wrong. Alright? Guys, from me to you, my subscribers, as always, thank you guys. I hope this helped you out a little bit, alright? And as always, if you got any questions, Steve at littlewoodshop.com. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. Bye-bye, guys.